Hi, it's me wearing my sheet. Like I made the... I'm gonna cross my legs. With no makeup. Look at the difference, you guys. Where are the wrinkles? Do you see any? Like, I take my makeup off and it's like I am 20 years younger without makeup. But here's my Met Gala. My Met Gala outfit. It is my sheet. So I'm not going to make a short right now. I'm going to tell you a story time like my friend Sebastian Soto does. Oh, look at, isn't that neat? Me and John Deere in the picture. Oh, Eddie Murphy. Hi, honey. Okay, I'm a fan. Yes, I had good parents that didn't take me to go see Raw when I was like 6 years old. Like, I think even because I watched it a few times, weren't you even like, why did you bring your kids here? Yes, they were good parents. But you know who did babysit me over and over and over and over again? And I don't remember this movie, but my mom and dad said the movie, oh my gosh, A Fish Called Wanda. So, I mean, for the first like 4 or 5 years of my life, like John Cleese like babysat me. They said like, oh gosh, we'd play it like 4 times a day. I don't remember it. I have to watch it again. But no, this is my Met Gala outfit with no makeup and the bare feet that need a pedicure. So the kitty has has like I keep looking at the time like it's going to be a short. No, this is going to be called my true bedazzled moment, which like well, do you hear all the mowers and stuff out there? I showed you my yard that needs to be mowed, and I'm always worried about the time and also the space on my phone, but I'm not going to worry about it. Why worry about time and space? Richard Ashcroft said there is no space and time, so hopefully my phone will stay on. Okay, so after like I saw that video, it's very obvious where things are weird and like you can see where people are trying to take my vitality and my beauty away. It is my aunt who is evil and manslaughtered my grandmother. It is my cousin who was the one that came up with the idea to manslaughter my grandmother. And it is also this chick from Quick Trip that has like really low self-esteem and she's obsessed with me. And she like, it's just like she doesn't like the idea that I'm with somebody else. So anyway, so here's no wrinkle, Laura, from like, I mean, I'm talking. So I said, like, I call my beauty back to me. You cannot take my vitality. I said that a bunch of times. And then here I am, no makeup. So I keep on looking at the time. There's no need to look at the time. I wonder if they're like trying to hurt my a little bit. Like I didn't take my mood stabilizer yesterday. I'm like, well, you know, I stopped taking my thyroid pill, which is kind of like why I thought my face was puffy, very puffy for about a week or two, because like that controls like your hormones and your weight. Uh, what the hormone or like what the thyroid pill did was it gives fake hormones to your thyroid. So even if it was going slow, it shuts it down completely. I know I said this in another video, but like so now I'm taking like that taurine, which is supposed to be really good for your thyroid. I try to get any kind of seaweed in my system. I've been trying to get seaweed salad. I've been trying to get enough money for that. I got some nori stuff. I could get up and show you. So, all right, let's try this again. I don't like this little waddle thing. I guess I have that when I guess I have a little more weight. It's weird because like I didn't have food for like the last 4 or 5 days. And I'm like, why is like my face, so usually the first place is my face that loses weight. I can't lose weight for the last year. This is my rice. What type? What type is it? It's a really fancy rice. I'll show you what I got. I'm still kind of. Excuse me. I got my Taurine to show you everything. My Taurine, I finally got protein shakes. They're so expensive. When I do get tipped, like, I really appreciate it. And I always have to buy my protein shakes because I don't eat eggs right now. And I used to have like a regimen where I'd eat like hard-boiled eggs in the morning, and then I would have like an omelet and a salad for supper, and sometimes I'd have a protein shake. But it was mostly protein and vegetables, so I haven't been able to afford. Well, I haven't been able to get eggs, so what I would be getting, about 5 dozen eggs would be about like $35-40. So it's about $35-40. That's like half my budget. Is this. Can you see it? Protein with the greens. Sometimes I get the complete meal, but I don't. I should get it because it has biotin and like every single vitamin in it. It's like, it's not as many calories. Want to see this? My garlic. You see my garlic? That was like one of the last things I had in my fridge was my, what do I call it? Liquid gold. But it's like coconut oil. And it's like my thing that I do all the time. But yes, I've got taurine. I guess I got this kind of fancy rice. It's almost too rich of rice for me. It has like a really rich flavor. I usually get jasmine rice because it's whole grain rice, and I keep looking at the clock. I have a friend, like I said, okay, there's Sebastian Soto, and then my friend, Tornator Eliminator. I do not do live streams because something with the camera does not vibe with me. I do live streams on Facebook. Their camera really vibes with me. I will not do another live stream again. I don't even want to talk about how like people can manipulate like things that you do and say on here because Mark Zuckerberg said that already, and it's true, so please don't manipulate this. I feel like I'm getting manipulated, and I've only been manipulated like my entire fucking life. Here, check this out. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you say please don't manipulate me. People don't stop anyway. But yes, I save all my bags. So they talk about Jimmy Carter. Oh, look at how I smile. See, look at with no makeup. It's so much better. Here's my wall of bags. I keep all bags. I keep tortilla bags, bread bags, produce bags. I try to keep some of the bags of like clothing. Oh God. I try. I try to keep some of the bags that the produce, not the produce, but like when you get clothes online, like, but they have like little holes in the bottom, so like you can't put stuff in them. Here's I guess my mason jars and stuff. I took some of this. My shirt's good. All of my shirt is my Met Gala outfit with my bare feet. Tornator Eliminator's favorite shoes, just like mine. If you're a yogi, you definitely know that. I got this. I took a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them, I think, to the food pantry thing at IGA. Here's another thing about IGA. I put all that stuff up and I was nice at first. Like the first video I was trying to make, or the first video that I made, I wanted to start really like nice because they did that sandwich thing to me. I don't know if people in Cuba City are not going there anymore. I am not going anymore. Their prices are so expensive. This is the reason why. Besides the sandwich things, which I think you could probably all agree, that when I asked for a vegetarian sandwich to help them out during a very particular time of spirituality, you know what I mean? We were all being very particular. I can say never again to this. I asked them to make a vegetarian sub sandwich for me because I wanted to help their business. And the next day they have this thing. I hate to say that it's like a Catholicism thing where they feel like it's their duty to like remind us that we're supposed to be humble. Okay. I already knew that. I wanted to help their business. And I know that it was only one lady, and you know who that lady is if you live in town. Instead of having them make 1 or 2 vegetarian sandwiches for me, they have these submarine sandwiches that are this thick with meat. She had them make, and there's usually like 3 or 4 of them there. because you're not special. Do you think you're special? And you know who I'm talking about. Do you think you're special, Laura Harmon? Do you think you're special? You know what I mean? She always goes around like fucking freaking out like that. And like, okay, instead of like making me a couple subs so I could buy them, because they are like $6 or $7, and they kind of are, they are much more worth it than Subway. There's just, they're better than Subway's. But instead of doing that so I could help, she had them make like 30, like 15 meat filled subs, right? I spend about probably, I had food stamps. I no longer have food stamps. I would spend, because I don't have a ride to Platteville, and it seems like every time I wanted to get all these like delivered to me, something would come up where I didn't have the $9 a month to be able to have them deliver it to me, even though I had food stamps. So like I mean like once or twice I had them deliver it to me. So I have to go to IGA. I no longer go there. I just don't get vegetables. So I eat rice. I eat macaroni. I hate that because like I like to eat protein. So I've just been drinking shakes because I haven't had a lot to eat, and that's okay. Although I still have a waddle and I hate that. But I came here to show you my nori. This is a new kind of nori that I got. It's a different brand. It's a very good one. I like the seaweed salad that I order online from All Fresh Seafood. It is the best seaweed salad that I've ever had. Better than any Japanese restaurants. They make it fresh and then they ship it, like I wouldn't pay the extra, like they ship it like overnight or the next 2 days. And like it lasts for 11 days in the fridge. It freezes and I've unfroze it, and it was exactly, I'm not just saying this, exactly the same as like when they first packed it. They make it fresh that day. But this is my nori. I'm trying to get all the seaweed in that I can for my thyroid. Anyway, this is what IGA did to me. I was going to continue to shop there because I didn't mean any malice. I just said, please don't charge like $9 for a wrap. And most people are like, in my mind, like the powers that are, like they're saying, Laura Harmon, don't you ever shop there again. You never should have shopped there after they did the thing that's supposed to make you feel horrible when you were already, really hungry. And then like, I'm all by myself. It just like hurt me because like I exercise like every single day. Anyway, this is what they did. I've had a bounce check there before. They have a thing where they have the check thing go through. You have money in your check account when the thing goes. So like I had like a $50 check. I thought that when it goes, it pulls out the $50 right away, right? It doesn't. And I know that I'm not the only one. And I know that they've covered so many people because they don't want to lose their business. Look at my face now, you guys. Want to see this? Oh yeah, I moved that from my bedroom, the Jedi thing. So now I got to put hashtag space fur. Space fur is real. Did you know that they were training us for space fur this whole time? Isn't that wonderful? It goes from something terrible to, in the very end, it's stars and wings and rainbows. We are, and it's space fur. Isn't that lovely? Space fur. But look at, I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I've been waiting with that for a very long time. That kind of like brings me into my story. Now you have to see these presents that have been here for over 2 years, and like gravity has like thrown them into the ground. It's kind of like horrible. But I'll tell you about my friend and like how for like about 2 or 3 years, over 2 years, something like that, I had presents for him too, and I ended up mailing them to who I believe is my significant other. But then sometimes getting copies of the stuff, like ish, to give to my friend again, because it was kind of mean what I did. The Abbey Road possum shirt, that was the meanest thing that I did. So I have this shirt that I got, and it's Abbey Road, but it had possums going across the street, and I got it for my friend that lived with me, and we had a no contact order, and like this is what happened. Like he kept on saying, well, there's a couple times where he said like, oh, I'll come see you for a few minutes. I'll come see you for a few minutes. And then like I would always like, just like, he would never ever come to see me. And so I got all these presents. And then I got really angry and I just mailed them off to somebody else. But oh, you can see this. This is my sweatshirt. That's my doll that I had from Second grade. Oh, I don't want to look at the. Will you guys stay with me and just not turn this off? Because I have other friends that do lives and stuff, and they're like 3 hours long. If you want to stay with me, and like, here's this. Do you all remember this? You do? I love you. Good. But yes, this is my Barbie doll. I'll take her down because this is the way she was from when I was in second grade. And yes, I always had friends that were boys, and we would play with dolls because they loved to play with Barbie dolls. And of course, they always dressed the Kens up like women. I can remember how many shirts and skirts we ripped on Ken. Like, it's like, they're like, make it fit, make it fit. You know it. Oh, should I start preaching? Oh, if I should start. Oh, my waddle. Look at, see, like the dark magic is, look at. My waddle's going away. Look at how I'm blushing. I have no makeup on. I'll show you what I use on my face. Lolli. This is my doll. It's kind of funny. She's a Barbie and the Rockers. If you remember, like they had Barbie and the Rockers, and I had like cassette tape, and of course I had Gem, right? And I have her. Where did I put Gem's shoe? I found Gem's one shoe. And her feet are much bigger than these little feet. But Barbie and the Rockers. And look at, she has a yoga bra on. But actually, I think it's like a scuba diving bra. But it looks like Barbie and the Rockers, so she does music. Then it looks like a yoga bra. And it looks like outer space. She has like an outer space outfit on. And then her hair, all these braids were originally from me. I put those braids in like 1992. They're still in there. But yes, all my guy friends, like they loved to play Barbies, and it was really fun. And I had a Michael Jackson Thriller doll, a real Michael Jackson Thriller doll. I had Ken that had the plastic hair on, and I had like a Ken when he first got dark hair, because I like dark haired guys, I always did. So, and it was like thick hair, but it wasn't that long, but it was like, because there was Rio from Gem, but I hated him, and everybody else did too. Oh, he's horrible. He's a flamer, honey. It's obvious, you know. And a cheater. Want to see my pussyfootin' boots, honey? Here's my pussyfootin' boots. These are the pussyfootin' boots. If you ever saw my videos where I was pussyfooting around Cuba City, like at the John Deere place, like those are my pussyfootin' boots. You've seen all this stuff before. But anyway, thank you for letting me speak to you. I have a story that is my bedazzled moment, hence the sheet. I'll show you these presents, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. There are more swords in my house, but like just for this like exercise, I'll show you. Here's all these presents. Look at how they're like freaking, they're like whoop, like into the ground from like gravity. I have moved them to vacuum and stuff. Look at my table. Isn't it horrible? Oh, but I will show you. I have a friend. I was so angry. I don't know where he found this stuff. I was looking for my dad's like Air Force bag. So I'm like, I have to have that bag. So I remember being little, and I remember him taking that bag with him. It's really, really neat. I'm like, oh, I got to find that bag. People will steal anything from me, but I found this stuff before he was able to steal it. Because I recognized my dad's bag, right? It's like, it's very obvious what it looks like. I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen that in like 30 years, whatever. He had it out, ready to take his laundry and like put it in the bag and like take the bag and probably be like, it's my bag, because like he does that, like with a nail polish. He took my black nail polish, and I'm like, well, you took my black nail polish. He just likes to steal. Like, he's not like out of necessity. And I'm like, you took my black nail polish and you took my vegetarian iron supplements. And he's like, no, I didn't. I did not. And his fingernails were black. And I'm like, and he's like, oh, well, I did paint my nails black yesterday. And I'm like, are you anemic? Anyway, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see? Oh, there's that dress, all right. Can you see this? I have to get closer. Here's this table, right? Here's the new kitty food. Thank you for spending time with me. I know I'm talking to myself, but I believe that I'm talking to other people, and I'll get to the story. And I hate talking about, like, this particular friend of mine, it was torture and stuff, but I don't really, I hate to talk about that, but like, I'll show you this. So here's my waist. There is my shamrocks. There's my window. I have a story about the shamrocks and Simon. I had these, I'll take you over here to show you this. I want a dress made out of this because you can. I gotta stop looking at the clock because other people don't care, like when they go for like 3 or 4 hours. Here is this that my friend found. He found that bag and he found this and he had it all ready, set to go, like for him to like steal it and take it. So I'm gonna have a dress made out of this. I think it'd be cool, right? There's that. My table. Oh, I'll show you something. I don't have any designer bags. I don't have any Coach bags or Louis Vuitton or like whatever. This is my only, I have 2 designer bags. This is my Quicksilver, like back in the 90s. They had a brand, my shirt's falling off, but like I can dye it up again. They had a brand called Quicksilver. And I got this purse like in, I don't know, 1997, let's say that. It's all filthy dirty and the zipper's all broken off of it. Quicksilver was a really big brand. Like, I think they made swimsuits, but it was like a really big brand in the 90s. Everybody thinks that this is old, like from the 60s, but this purse was like, I don't know if it was like 80 bucks or something, and they kept marking it down $10 like every single week at Gadzooks, this store where I used to get these jeans that were called Xanadai jeans, and I used to get these outfits, and they were like hippie outfits. It's a very 90s thing, like very 90s, but this is my Quicksilver purse that I got for $10 because I waited like 7 weeks to mark it down and mark it down and mark it down. This is my purse. It is designer that I've had since 1997. And this is the tag on it. Where can you see the tag? That's Quicksilver. You can see the back. Yeah, there's Yellow Submarine, you guys. So my other designer bag is an NFL. Oh man, I can't be afraid that like this video is gonna go off. That's the only reason that I do a live is because I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of space. I don't want to be in fear of stuff. I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of space. Okay, I'll take you into my room now. This is my other designer bag. It was my mom's. It's a clear bag. It has all of my youth group stuff in it. And yeah, it's officially licensed. I didn't take the tag off because it's like officially licensed with like a shiny thing. So I'm not gonna take the tag off of it. So those are my 2 designer bags, Quicksilver Beatles purse and an NFL Bears bag. But yes, all these are my youth group teaching books. A lot of them aren't like, if they're Christian, they're not like, you know, like Jesus-centric. They're more like getting to know each other, like trust exercises, talking about God, what it means like to pray and stuff like that. Like God, like the big God, you know. And yeah, so this wonderful minister, Pastor Gus Barnes, he had a book blessing day like before everybody went to school, like probably back in like 2021 or 22. And I took my book bag there, so all of my youth group books got blessed by an amazing priest, right? He's, you know, like, wow, he is master. I call him like Master G, right? I know. They had like this really mean thing where I get kicked out of every church for bullshit reasons I hear in my head. At the church that I grew up in, I really got kicked out at a very inopportune time. They were so ready to like, it really made me upset, and I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one because it was this kind of thing, and I've been like working with them for like a few years. Finally, they were old enough to like finally work on some real stuff, and then somebody that was extremely jealous and very ignorant never called me back to be able to come back. A friend that I met through my friend Matthew, like drew this and she signed it for me. I put it in a frame. Her name is Tina, and she has 10 kids. And I remember like talking to her. I don't know, I was talking about like the morning after pill because it was like a new thing. And she says, well, I don't believe in killing babies. I don't believe in birth control or killing babies. And like I didn't understand back then. Now I understand. And that was after, there's a whole bunch of things. But like, if I'm talking fast, I apologize. I do know how to. Here we go. This is where I used to have the whole like the force is strong with this one thing. But I took it out and put it out there because not everybody's allowed in my bedroom anymore. Nobody really was allowed in my bedroom. People are actually kind of scared of my bedroom, which is great because like it's all part of the story I'm going to tell. But of course, like warhawks and everything. Here's my chart. I've showed you this stuff before. Here's my jewelry box. I was going to go through the jewelry box like some other time. Here is, oh, I sewed this. This is like my little, it's a cat hat. But this was from one of my mom's hats. And the other part of it, it's supposed to be a surprise. We've all kind of seen like my veil thing, the spooky mama. The other part of it's like on the top of it, like when you graduate. But yes, I had to sew this on this. Sometimes I look like a cat. Sometimes I look like a bat to you. Don't I look like a bat to you today? But yeah, my Lolli Warhawk outfit that Kirsten Hackney made for me. We went to Joann's and my Simon socks. The only other person that has a pair of these. Oh, there's 2 people that have a pair of these particular Simon socks. I have another Simon socks, but like this picture is different. This is the one where like he's really licking the cone. Like if you want to have a good day, like put on a pair of socks that have. Oh, it's just his nose. I thought it was his whole face. Oh, it's like his face up here. Oh, I know why. Because like that's the bottom of the sock. We have to turn it around. So Dr. Norton, and he was having a really bad day that day, and he was mad at me that day because I was having a hard time with my diet, and he's in the Navy. I'm gonna cry. How many stories can I get in one video? I hate to rush all these stories, but that's socks. Jake Kumaro has a pair of these. Possibly Jake Harmon now, if that's his nickname. It might be. But he has a pair of those. And Dr. Norton, he was having just a bad day, and I had like half an energy drink that day, and I was like happy like I usually am. I don't know if like he like had somebody before me there, like where he was angry at. I was on this pill called Latuda. Should I just lay in bed? Not lay in bed. Here's my dumpster blanket that I got out of a dumpster when my friends moved away. Like, I'm kind of upset with one of my friends. He's not really a friend to me. He told me to take all my makeup. Well, maybe like that. This is why. Maybe I just misunderstood. This lighting's not that great. What if I go, uh-oh. Yeah. If I go like this. Kind of funny. I'm always worried about the time. I don't want to, like, I don't think my camera is going to, like, go out on me. Anyway. I hate the lighting in here. It's not good. Let's leave my light, turn my light off. This was my mom and dad's room. The other room, that's like the guest room, is a room like where my parents were sick, but that was my childhood bedroom. This is my mom and dad's room. So is my room now. I hate to like tell these stories in a rush because I know I'm rushing all these stories. I'll have to tell them in their entirety sometime. I just know that, like, please don't feel sorry for me. For like 7 years, I didn't have a bedroom and I had to sleep in an armchair in the living room so that I could help, like, in the middle of the night. And so finally when I got a bedroom, I was like really excited. But yes, if you remember this, I know there's a picture, really take a picture, right? Gotta find the light. Where's the light? Where's the light? Oh, there's Bud Christmas's hat. That's really neat. I can't wait to get a... Find the light. Yeah, this is taking way too long. Oh, wait. All right, forget about it. I'll show you later. Here's the presents that are all like freaking seriously, like down in the ground from all the gravity. But I'll show you. I had a couple swords up there. I do have a couple other swords, but I have like these foam swords. I was like, what's my priority, even if it's after the time? Da, 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 da. And it's like, do I get toilet paper today, or do I get like foam swords today? And I made another video, and it's on YouTube here. Foam swords were the priority, so this is like a really good sign, though. They had them. I have one. I have two. I have three. I have four. Can you see them? 4 swords. And we won't count the ones that I have around the house. But just over here, we got some green and yellow ones. We got some purple and yellow ones. So yeah, don't worry about this. Christian colics, nunchucks. I wasn't going to make this like a tour of my house or anything. I won't show you everything. Whoa, what's that? Something squeaked. Yes, everybody's still trying to do dark magic on me right now. There's this. Now that I told you what's on the top of it, I don't know, nothing's really a surprise. Like, so if there is anybody watching me, I could seriously go to the Met Gala like this, couldn't I? Bare feet. I really could. And it makes me feel happy that I could do that. Okay. Talking about my Bejeweled moment, because Taylor Swift did that song Bejeweled. And I really like, I'm just going to say I love her like videos, because like I know like way back in the day Michael Jackson did videos, and like it was like a really big deal, the stuff that he did. But like I am a fan of hers, you know. But like some of the cinematography and cool things that she does, her videos are amazing. So, and she's an amazing actress and stuff too. But I remember in the beginning of that video, she has like, she's scrubbing the floor and sorry, that's right. Do I want to tell the story now? Because I feel kind of guilty. I think I should tell the story. Why don't I do this? So funny. Is this too much? Ow. Got my ears in. Oh gosh, come on you guys. Is anybody else like sniffing? Like going like all the fucking time? Like because you're thinking of your friends and like... The reason that my aunt and my cousin are doing this evil magic on me is because I wore these ears to like my cousin Taylor's wedding. Like this one, I couldn't find any like back to fit it. Like the back that I had on it fit it. And like every single back off of all my earrings didn't fit it until finally like the frickin' post just stuck to my ear like it's supposed to, so I could keep my earring in. I have been rushing this whole entire thing and all the stories. I should tell all of these stories. I can like elaborate on these stories individually at another time, but I think I'll tell the story about the Bejeweled thing. I'm gonna take a deep breath. I feel kind of guilty talking about it. There's me and Shira. Hi. I'll put this. Look at, can I put this over here? I'm playing with my sheet. What kind of sheet fashion can Lolly do today? What kind of sheet fashion can I do today? Okay, let's see. How about a ruffle? A ruffle on my sheet. Yeah. I'll pull this up. And there's Lolly with her ruffle. I'm not going to wear white, just so you know. I have a plan. I think we do. Wait. Why? I know. Sorry, you guys. So I'm going to take a deep breath. I feel kind of guilty talking about this. I feel guilty going longer than like 30 minutes on a thing. That's why I keep rushing through everything. What does that mean? Call me Cheeks. You don't have to call me Cheeks. But if a rat got a rat for a name, then you might as well call me Cheeks, because he didn't have any choice about being called a rat, did he? All right. So. I hate to keep bringing up a particular friend, okay? I never missed a day of work for a lady, and I feel really guilty talking about it. This particular friend of mine, like, I really liked, and because like we were really good friends, like when he first moved in. And then he just needed a reason, so I said like a stupid joke once. You know what the joke is? Dude, tuning in this long is worth like just this. Okay, his wife cheated on him, and he's one of these like happy, like hippie people. He's a happy hippie person with like a banjo. His wife, at the time ex-wife, because like when we first started being friends and he came over, like he was really nice. Anyway, he needed an excuse. This is a silly joke. He needed an excuse to like be mean to me, because he needed to be mean to somebody because he couldn't be mean to her anymore. And he was my roommate, but I really liked him. So I always called him my roommate. Hey, roommate, whatever. So I was at the store, and I was getting like rice to make rice pilaf, and I was getting like tuna and stuff, because I like tuna steaks at the time, because I wasn't a complete vegetarian then. So I always gave him kind of a hard time, because like I wanted to go out with him. And this is the joke. I sent him like, I don't know if I sent a voice message, and I was like, hey roommate, I can't talk long because like I got like one dick in my ear and another dick in my ear and a ball sack on my eyelids or something. And he used that as an excuse to be mean to me for the next, like, he just recently has begun to be nice to me. He is sober now. He has some other issues he has to deal with that, like, I've been talking to him about. But he is sober now, as far as I know, and that's, like, a really big, huge deal. Because his ex-wife also got him hooked on crystal meth, which he has been, like, having issues with since, like, 15 years ago. But he's better now, as far as I know. But yes, and this is what I said that, and then from that moment on, he took it as, like, he just needed an excuse to... Like, this is the stupidest thing. And I'm like, you know what his name is, probably. Should I say it? I don't have to say it. But it rhymes with... Anyway. And then I remember he wrote back to me something like, well, okay, well, now we have to get through this together, because... Now we have to get through this together. It's just so stupid. It's like, do you really want to hear this? Do you really want to hear this? You should hear it, though. Like, okay, there's my joke. I'm sorry I can't talk to you. I got one dick in one ear, one dick in the other, and there's a dick on my ball sack. I can't not see and talk at the same time. So, a roommate, you know, like, you're my roommate, so I guess I'll talk to you soon. Anyway, sorry. I know you heard that part. It's not true. He said, well, look, now we have to get through this. I'm sorry. Like, isn't that bad to hear that? I'm going to preach right now. He says, well, now we have to get through this. Now I have to live with you. I hated that, like, because he didn't have to get through it. Like, he just moved in with me. And he was homeless, and he didn't have any place to go. And I have a hospital bed open because I am a facility here. And it shows. But, I just put a piece of tape over this time, right? So from that moment forward, and then, like, then he left, and, like, we started doing crystal meth or whatever. He was really into it. I really wasn't into it, like, a few times. Like, whatever. Like, I didn't have any kind of meth pipe, I didn't really know anything much about it. So then he went out and stayed with, like, some girls, like he always did. And it really broke my heart. So when he came back, I remember I had my green John Deere sweatshirt on, and I had my dad's hat. It was a Carhartt hat. And I was like, hey, bro, like, fucking, you really hurt me. Like, you really broke my heart. That was really mean. And then that's when it started, and it didn't stop for, like, probably, like, 3 years. That was his excuse. Isn't that stupid? But I'm like, hey, you really hurt my feelings. Like, I've never been more hurt like this in my life, because, like, I haven't met anybody that, like, was, like, a real friend to me. And, like, I know that he was a real friend, and it really hurt me, and, like, it hurts me now. And then that night, I'm like, I have to show you some stuff. Do you know where I went to school? It was so stupid. I said, like, because, like, I was really cool, because, like, he didn't know how much it really hurt me, and I didn't know he was going to keep, like, being mean to me. And, like, you have to see this Whitewater stuff. It's, like, really neat. Like, it used to be, like, the school for spiritualism or whatever, which I don't even know is going to be a thing anymore. But I showed him, like, oh, like, the marching band and the football team, and they had, like, the whole campus, and they had, like, people that were tailgating, and then, like, the spooky stuff, and all this stuff. And they had PSSO stuff on there, the Pagan Spirituality Student Organization stuff that I was in. And he was like, oh my God, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. On the same day that, like, I should have known that was where it was going to begin again. I didn't know I was going to have to go through that all over again. Anything, oh gosh. So from that day forward, he was, like, cruel to me. Unnecessarily cruel. Like, he told his friends that Laura is mentally ill, like, Laura's retarded, like, she's crazy, and she needs me to take care of her. She can't take care of herself. That's why I'm living with her. And he told me, like, that I stink, and he slammed the door on me every single day for, like, 3 years, until one day he actually opened the door for me, because I was, like, so, like, respectful and kind, and, like, a real friend. And I was always I didn't mean to talk about this, but it all comes back to, like, this final story about the bedazzled thing, right? So we got our house, because everybody says, oh, it's Nick's, sorry, it's this guy's Nick's house, okay? Let's go over to Nick's house, right? Because Nick has a house now, thank God, right? And he still does. But that was the stupidest thing. All that torture for years and years and years for a stupid joke that Lolly made. Like, it's like, hey, roommate, what's up? And then it was just... So, protein shakes are really good here. You get into the life here, you know what I mean? You get into the hugs. You start drinking the protein shakes. You start hug dealing. You get so deep into hug dealing. My dad was a hug dealer. I'm a hug dealer. You get into the life, the life of the hard life of, like, falling in love hard. You fall in love hard here. You get into hug dealing. You get into the protein shakes every single day, and it's hard to get out of the life, but he managed to get out of the life, and, like, now I'm trying to get him back into it. So this is what happened. I tried dating him, and I wasn't. Some of these videos that I make, I made him just to make him smile. He never smiled because he was always on meth, and he never smiled around me. He always smiled around other girls and stuff. And I would remember like how cool he is and was, and like he'd play his banjo and he'd play like theme music for people, and I knew what was going on. Nobody else knew what was going on because I was like watching him. Then people would walk by and he'd be like boom, 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 like ding 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 ding, and I'm like, I knew that's what he was doing, and it was like so funny. Nobody else knew he was doing that. And I'd watch him have like girl after girl come over, and he had dope, right? Girl after